Quietito. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis sitios. Vale, están los 6. Me pican los pijos. Hola. Niwaku. Bueno, esto es gris. Eso mismo haré. El diario porque no tengo ni idea. ¿De dónde narices está pinado? Vale, sí, es un tipo. Escila. Softlight de la pionera. Bueno, ese es Geatrum.
Geatrum says, Buenas.
Este me dice que Bizancio. Valle Esmeralda. Y Escila. O sea, Escila será el próximo sitio. Sebastián.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
Going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peels, the worker earns it.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
I'd show you around, but I gotta keep watch. Just in case someone else comes along.
I admire... Ginger Chops and the Pencil Pusher. By all accounts, Sanjar and Graham have been at each other's throats for years. Digging into their personal history isn't gonna change. Well, they've kept it going this long, haven't they? I try to save my captain a headache when I can. Usually ends up safe. Hey, I'm the doctor here.
Vale.
That means I'm supposed to be the one nosing in. Anyway, I can take
Pero
a
igual
hint.
deberían
You
de
stay out of
ir...
mine and anything. Yeah. Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's
No,
straight.
quería mirar algunas cosillas.
Ah, why have you come?
No me dicen nada más.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but anyway.
We're not the best equipped. Scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
I could probably spend years.
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off?
The transmission. May We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Delays in loading due to commerce obstruction.
Carry on.
What? Yeah.
The best way to win a game is by getting the most body goals.
Lo lógico sería que sí.
Move along.
Hey, you don't think the scent of this will draw the Raptidons up here, do you?
Ah, ¿cuál era este?
Did sig- Annie.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless.
thank the law. I went to great risk to... Oh, I'm not allowed to use the communications room. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before... The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, the market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which means, given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than to...
Tiene turno. Yo que ahora no me cabe. Tampoco. No. Hmm.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
Hmm.
Well, Sam's been doing my dishes for me, so that's something. It seems genuinely happy to do that. Can an auto mechanical be happy? Opal told me they could once. She believed auto mechanicals feel just like we do. She would always... Shit. Look at me drink. I will...
Some... That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. You know what? Fuck it. Enjoy yourself. Mom... No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for you. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order. But at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just... I've got a lot on my mind, but I have another job lined up. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084.
How big we talking? Not like groundbreaker big, right?
This opportunity won't... Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have... While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant sublights flat. Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station full of their old... But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a sublight salvage remote office, that's a different matter. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where... And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. Both. Neither. Right now, it's safe. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right, and I'll clue you in. But right now, just be careful. Someone might try and use you. Don't for... No. Good. This is all very complicated, but you should... That's good. With any luck. No kidding. The board sure wanted that place. Huh. That's new. When the board wants... Wow, that sounds damn. Now I've got to see that from. It takes deep pockets to move a research staff off-world. I'd bet. I'd like you.
Miss Lilia takes good care of us, see? The authorities stay off our tails.
Is any of the news they play here actually true?
CNP Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston Baked Beans is the only one.
Mechanical's all over, but they still got us sweating to move boxes.
We'll talk later. Got a bit of a sore throat from all that fake coughing.
Purpleberry flavored center. Subject.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. Remember that you are not insured.
Comenzar la misión de esta señora. Quiero abrir eso, pero...
Nice. Damn. You got some nimble fingers, Captain.
Incoming, Captain!
Mess with us. I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Processing data. Investigating.
Here they come!
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, Nyoka. I'm so sorry.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. I'd leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I think... Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. The most pissed off... That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring... Never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've... What's up?
Welcome. How? I rec-
Tengo 3 misiones para SCE. Estilo. Pero bueno, voy a hacer esta primero.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static. Welcome. How can I... Please...
Think there's a generator somewhere? Let's give these little fellas a wide berth, Captain.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station.
I think not. The refueling system at Cascadia's landing pad logged your ship ID. I didn't say that. How did you gain access? Did you? I don't know who you are, but I have.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved him true. Okay.
Watch your step.
Those subjects, they're still alive. Job done. We can go home to the ship, right? I've been missing Ada fierce.
Wait, Chartrand? We've seen that name before, back in Cascadia.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. Welcome. How? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
BNP, I can't believe it. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner. I'll have those dismantled. I knew it. I've been less than honest with you. You have an eye for power. After you and I have stumbled onto something big. Maybe ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open... You call that an open mind? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at... Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not...
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
This doesn't feel...
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want... If we're... Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators. Assuming they have it. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us. Make us more like those monsters on Monarch. No kidding. That's how they... When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize. Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. It's cute that you'd think. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. We're far beyond, and I just think of it as this. Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspense? Remember, this key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand said. Is it?
No coño se ha metido el otro.
Something on your...
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Vamos a hacer todo lo que se pueda hacer
Destination reached. Scylla.
antes de la misión principal.
Well, take care.
boss. I can't believe I wanted to shake his hand. I need a shower. Makes you wonder if being a treacherous, two-timing coward is some sort of contagious disease. At first, I liked what Graham was doing. The Iconoclasts were gonna change Halcyon, but then we found out Graham was behind the slaughter of Amber Heights. How can... That's putting it kindly, boss. Graham's worst... You'd never do something like that, would you? I'm sure Graham told himself the same thing. Let's get... Hey, boss. Got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. I just heard from him. Says he wants to... Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other... I appreciate this. What's on your... What's on your mind?
¿Y qué más tenía que decir? Y pongo la misión que no es.
This is real space, isn't it? Empty and silent. I never thought I'd see the like. I look up at night, but... Somebody lives all the way out here? Surrounded by aether?
Searching for unauthorized person. Salutations. This unit's primary function is excavator. Current active commands. This unit is removing rock matter in search of minerals. Brevity identified. Affirmative. This unit could discuss excavation at greater length. But thank you for your consumer loyalty, Junior Excavator. This unit... Greetings, Junior Excavator.
I recognize this. Dead set on screwing this place up, too.
Seems pointless, though. You gotta leave it on forever. And the pylons. Else the air just drifts off.
What's up? Outstanding. There's an old basic password. Rest. Hey, what's up? Oh, you want me? Need some...
Now that was fun!
Yeah. Sure thing, Captain. You wanna... I sure hope Mr. Vic...
I find myself marveling at the complex...
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the end.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max.
I'm committed, no matter...
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, Max. We ain't making you walk in front of a firing squad.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of this.
Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being when I get out of here...
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out. Always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place. Never looking inside himself.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. But with your head buried up your posterior.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the This here, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to draw up your story and see the truth.
I got your story right here. I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand that Felix is a genius.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, I just wanted to prove to my parents.
Max, you need to lay the past to rest. What happened with your father and I, it's long dead. To attain your goals, you must live in the chaos. Be fine with the chaos. Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants. More assuredly than even the fictional architect's plan will slave away to prove.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you.
This whole thing, it's just... You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you... Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Yeah, Max, why do you do that?
What are you talking about? I can do this.
Like we're doing this.
Taking us off.
Lorden.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before. I woke up. The illusion... In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality, clinging to the way you want things to be. I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for.
What's on your mind?
As all I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming... I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was...
So...
Not so much found.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for our... It looks like you learned something in there as well. I hope your answers you have found are satisfactory. Not really. If they're satisfactory, they must be lies.
Captain Hawthorne, you...
Yes, you... What's up?
Something on...
Battery levels are... Thank you. This area is...
Hey, you. Looking for something? Where do you think you're... Hey, nice form. Good delivery, too. All right. Got my sights on you.
Nothing to do but stand around and watch the stars.
Alcricum 26XJB says, cheap viewers streamboo.com, remove the space, P9VGPGAI. Nightbot says, Alcricum 26XJB-beep, blacklisted spam. Warning.
If the board comes after us, we'll be ready.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
Your captain has a sense of humor, Felix. Good.
There's a time and place for humor. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him. Felix is family, mister.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I imagine he has. I was a mentor to the boy during his formative years. You might say I have an elder brotherly interest.
Oh, it would have been nice to know that sometime in the last, hang on, doing some math? Half a decade?
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy. That one day...
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice,
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him. I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old... I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. We're not a band of common pirates, Captain. We are revolutionaries. I expect a certain degree of intestinal fortitude from my soldiers. Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
Clyde offered me a hand when no...
There you have it, Cap.
You think so? Maybe we should have a...
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. Remember, I want proof. Bring me a... Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Well enough. It's been a... You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue...
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an art...
Yes. Let's hear... I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing plans. I never intended to spend my life laboring on the Groundbreaker. When the opportunity presented itself,
you might have said...
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have implicated you. Hephaestus controlled mining operations all over Scylla. Most of these operations failed. The company pulled out and abandoned their facilities. Mostly abandoned anyway. This one was running on a skeleton crew. My associates and I seized control in a matter of minutes. A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for that. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of op... The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's all... Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be... Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live a... One day, when the board is weak...
Clyde, did you want to... I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. You think he's using me? That he's probably using me. Yeah, you're right. Maybe we should go have a word with Trash. Clyde's got himself a cozy little outfit, huh?
Are these folks friendly or not? That's what I want to know.
De momento amistoso, pero cuando llegue un momento lo claman.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Ay,
Widows not allowed.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
You mind? Trying to have a moment here. Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. That's Harlow's mark, no mistake. Guess he's not letting this one go. I don't want any manner of harm befalling Rufus. Yeah, well, you got reason to mistrust Harlow. He's a surly git, but he's devious. Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. Please. That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing how he's technically an outlaw, I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to. Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little way. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow. No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in him. Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. About...
So Clyde sent Trask the same message he sent me. What's the problem?
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion. Appreciate it. No offense meant.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? Yeah. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. How do I know? You've got good instincts, then. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions?
You can't be serious. I've known...
Yeah, that's about how I react. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes. Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board... I don't know that it makes a difference. With... If... On... Take it. You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. Here, take the ring. Molly, you need... You need...
La base del play. Y eso no con esto.
Destination reached. Scylla.
En Valle Estelar es el lugar donde jugaste el planeta. Vale, Valle Estelar.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Hi, Captain. Captain, something about this Harlow guy is... Yeah, but the way Harlow is leaning on his revolutionary bona fides, not to mention his knowing Felix back in the day. Good.
Stay safe out there.
Wow, not even a scratch!
What are you looking at? Keep walking, Rumley. In the mood to chat. In the mood to chat.
Wow, nice work.
What are you looking at? Keep walking, Brunley.
Wow, how'd you do that?
Conducto de ventilación. Claro, pero ¿qué coño llaman con otro ventilador? ¿A qué coño llama con otra ventilación? Todo agua de aquí. Dejo por su cualquier cosilla y ahora vuelvo. Volví. Mira, me mandó a tomar vientos casi. El chisme este. En fin. Ay, no, sí. Tengo que dejarlo en pausa. Que tengo que buscar. Por ejemplo. Y aquí voy. Y digo que acompañantes. Ahora voy a Félix. Vale, que se le ha hecho bien. Amistad con fecha caducida. Es que esa es la base de dejarlo. Y yo buscando en todos los lados. Y esa es la puñetera base de dejarlo. Que por otro lado tiene los sitios del mundo. Claro, ¿dónde va a esconder si no lo puede irse? Los chismes, pues. En la base.
join the crew? That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
Nothing to do but stand around and watch the stars go by.
Clyde? I'm not sure. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead. I've been trying to tell myself Clyde's got none of.
What's the word?
Ah, qué momento. Vale.
Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. It's a... That's a damning accusation. Am I... Those papers don't prove a thing. Trask put you up to this. You've got a... How should I...
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
They got the chop on.
Trask? Listen to me, Felix. Don't...
Yeah, because it looks like you've been taking money from the board. It looks like you sold out, Clyde.
Oh, come on, Felix. We've all taken money from the board. They run this colony. I can't pay my soldiers in ideological purity. If I have to take the board's money to buy my guns, outfit my troops, and prepare my revolution, then I'll do it. Captain, I hope Trask hasn't tricked you into believing his ridiculous accusations. If you're willing to overlook this
I don't know about this, boss. You've been real good. Sure, boss.
You don't have to do this. You're a free man.
Then I choose not to get on my boss's bad side. Sorry, Clyde.
Then I suppose... Goodbye, Captain.
So, Harlow was rottener than week-old Borst. Big surprise.
Take good care of Felix, Captain.
Got it. Heads down.
Trask was a turd. Oh, he's better off now.
Hey, Max.
Yes?
You really think we all have a purpose? That everything happens for a reason?
I used to think that, but not anymore.
Then, wait, why do you sound so calm? Aren't you getting annoyed?
Not in the least. But I do apologize, Dr. Fenhill. It sounds like I have annoyed you.
Fine, be that way. Can we talk? What did I tell you? Harlow's down with the man shtick was just an act. No one who yammers that much means half of it. Take a page out of my rule book. Don't get all mushy on me now. Come on, what did we... People look out for their own interests. It's a fundamental law of nature, same as gravity and conservation of motion. This is why I hate metaphors. Look, I see a lot of people, inside and out. When you get down to it, once you accept that, nothing. I'm warning you, that reverse psycho... Sure do. And unlike you, Captain, the rest of us don't get a big fancy room with wall... Anyway, you really want to tell me you're helping the scientist because you think he'll save the colony? And here I thought I'd seen it all. Enough about how... Anything else?
We need to talk. Listen, boss. I owe you an apology. I got stupid. You took a chance with me back on the Groundbreaker. Nah, Clyde wasn't important. Knowing you can count... There was something else on my mind, honestly. I've been trying to make... I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent... Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna... I hope so. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm glad I didn't go back to Harlow. I've got all the family... Thanks for your...
Yeah? What's up?
Hey, Cap.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
So the ship talks? Do all ships do that?
I can't say for certain, since I only ever been on this one. Ada's something special though, ain't she?
Ada. What is it? She? It? I'm a bit fuzzy on the details.
Used to be I thought she was a simulated intelligence. You know, a long series of commands telling her how to react to certain inputs.
You used to? What do you think now?
Well, I worked with a lot of machines, and ain't none of them like her. They can be pretty smart, but mostly they're rule books with a voice box. Ada's different.
One of life's mysteries, I suppose. I don't trust it. If it crashes us into a star, I'll be a mite upset. Whew, here we go. I haven't set foot in here. You got some nimble fingers, Captain.
Here they come!
Mess with us. Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all... But I ain't. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly... Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started... We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. Believe me, I had my complaints. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family, Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong. Here they come! I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but... Captain. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like... What? Why? Huh. That ain't a bad point. You know, that's how... What?
Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, outlaw. You know, you didn't have to shoot me down if you wanted.
Shut up now, or you might get out of this alive.
I'm formulating a plan to deal with these ne'er-do-wells. Stand by. Heroics are henceforth.
What was that?
Smash those wells. You just keep doing that. Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring man.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's Ellie. Excellent timing. Hello, Ellie. What a pleasure it is to see your sparkling beauty in this barren waste.
It's Dr. Fenhill. I certainly know his ex-crew. Mostly from the operating table. I've probably seen more of them than he has.
How cruel you are. I distinctly remember a special party at the Lost Hope Bar on Groundbreaker where we...
We did not.
Oh, fine. But we almost...
Keep going, and you're gonna see how good this automech is at picking up teeth.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's... the one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send... I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy and that busy... You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only for... Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love... Well, I've got some repairs to do. Then... You saved me the... Thanks, pal.
him. You gotta teach me that.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill. It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay.
I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually take care of the mess myself.
It'd be nice to have you in here patching people up, not just blowing them apart.
I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me.
Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here. Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for I can't thank you. Keep hanging around and I'll begin to think you're... What can I... You have...
Dr. Dorset's a deft hand with a blade. Hardly leaves a scar.
Esto no puedo hacerlo, tengo que ir a licencia. Esto no puedo hacerlo, tengo que ir a licencia. Por tanto, tengo que hacer esto. Nada.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Ya lo veo.
I'll lock up. Behind you.
Ay.
Why do people make such a big thing out of hiking? Once you're up, you just gotta go down again.
All's quiet again. Thanks for the easy payday,
Only good
stranger.
marauder is a dead or
Maybe
dying.
C3 on a pirate.
Slick working.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me. Yes, indeed. But before we get down to it, might I ask...
Does it matter?
I don't know how. The two are diametrically opposed and impossible to please. But it matters. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antennas. It's... However, just...
This is why I stopped helping out around here, you know. It's always throw this leak.
I'm starting to see why you don't get much...
Terrific. Have... Ask... How...
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Sweet stars. But that is a beautiful sound. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my town. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of... As Nyoka can attest, I do not...
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. We really... What in the void-blasted hell is that?
Black holes? Did you... Look, there's not enough room in this tower for two sarcastic hullheads. Right. I reckon we... Oh well, a pity for the crew. But I can't see how it affects... Hiram? Can you hear me? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI, or did MSI not... Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram... Not without a physical contact waiver. Ah, the good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off. Ah, I see you learned nothing while dealing with these before. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading... Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you... Which means, get off my...
You watch your back.
Go!
Sí que soy silencioso, que no me ve.
I'll keep an eye on things out here.
Me too. You know corpses shit themselves, right? Enjoy the smell.
So without fixing our regulators, spinning up the engines are going to blow through our coils and we'll go flying off in a completely random direction. Well, here we are. Thinking we'll hit soil in about 30 seconds. This is your chief engineer signing off for what is probably the last time. It's a shame you can't see this middle finger I'm holding up, because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Yeah, huh?
Some...
Bueno, vamos a dejarlo aquí. Ni nada más y nada. Son las 4, coño.
Someone says, ciao bye. Someone says, ciao bye. Geatrum says, ciao bye.
Chao. Mañana más y mejor. Haré esto por la tarde. Si no surgen imprevistos, como hoy, siempre digo. Y luego a la noche. A la noche haré del mismo. En principio. Si no hay mantenimiento ni nada. Veremos qué acaba aconteciendo.